Good morning everyone. Today I am going to tell you that how can we trace the path of light ray when it passes through prism. And for this experiment we need a prism. This prism is a 5 surface body which has 1, 2, 3 rectangular surfaces and 1 and 2 triangular surfaces. A prism board which is comparatively soft so that we can fix the pins into it. Then we have a white sheet which are fixed with the help of 4 thumbnails, and then I'll place the prism over this board and mark the boundaries. Then I'll remove the prism and I'll place the scale such a way to draw a normal with the help of dotted line on the surface. The dotted line we have used because this light ray is actually not passing. This is imaginary. Now at this point of incidence, at this normal, we will draw an angle of incidence. And for this, I have placed my protector such a way that is lying here. Now this is normal and this is the surface of the prism. Here I am going to make an angle of 40 degree as an incidence. So this is the line which will represent the angle of incidence as 40 degree. So this is the incident ray and this is angle incidence. So if I mark PQ will be our incident ray. Now I will place the prism back to its position and I will take 2 awl pins and insert the 2 awl pins at this line. Now these awl pins will represent the position of incident ray. Actually the line is very thin, so we have placed the 2 awl pins because these are marking. These will tell us that this is the light ray which is incident upon the prism. One precaution which we have to observe is that the distance between these 2 pins should be more than or nearly 5 centimeter. If these are very close, we will not get the proper results. Now the most important part of this is that when we see this position from here, we can see the awl pins. Here you can see the awl pins through the prism. The awl pins through the prism. These are very blurred, but you can see there are 2 awl pins through the prism at this position. Here. If I mark the pencil over here, you can see that this pencil, behind this pencil there are pins. This position you need to mark very carefully and use. So here we see that there are 2 awl pins on the incident ray and these 2 awl pins are representing the emergent ray. Now we'll remove these pins and join these 2 positions to mark the ray and then to the prism. So this line will represent the emergent ray. This line will represent the refracted ray. So PQRS will be QR will be refracted ray and RS will be emergent ray. Now we see that this line in the absence of prism was supposed to be coming through this path. It would have gone to this side, but due to the presence of prism, this light ray have gone to this side. It means there is a change in the path of light ray due to the presence of prism. So here this is the incident direction, this is the emergent direction, and the angle between these two represented by capital D is called angle of deviation. Angle of deviation means how much it is deviated, how much it is changing its path. So we mark this is angle I, angle of incidence, this is angle R, angle of refraction, this is angle D, angle of deviation. If we mark a normal here, then this angle is going to be angle of emergence. So in this case, we have seen that due to the presence of prism, the light ray has changed its path. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.